But there was one other thing that this is just a statement on Batman movies in general, which is I don't know what the second movie's plan is for the Batman, if they even get a sequel, or if whatever the hell happens. I just wish that people would stay away from Joker for a little bit. I know he's like the Batman villain, but like, just anyone else. Like give me a good Freeze tragic villain like story or any other of his hundreds of rogues gallery.
I know what you're saying, but like I do like seeing the Joker. I just think they can mix in more villains with it because they need to keep mixing in.
I think the reason why that is like kind of a problem with Batman is like Joker is so iconic. Where like in Dark Knight you have Joker and then like the beginnings of Two-Face. But come on, that's not Two-Face is fucking.
He's the side.
So unimportant.
I know,
you know what I mean? Like Joker, he just overshadows.
I know Joker is the titular
else.
villain.
Right.
I get it. He is Batman's antithesis. I understand, but it's like the same in the comics. You can overuse the person. Like, and I feel like
look, Jared Leto, overuse.
Yeah. I feel like just give some.
Wait, did they have Joker in this movie?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, that's why I was saying it's just a generic.
No, we had Catwoman, Penguin,
and the Riddler.
The Falcones,
and then the mobsters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the mob families.
Right.
But no, I was just because I don't know what the plan is for the sequel or whatever. I'm just saying.
Oh, if they have a sequel, you don't want them to do Joker.
Yes.
I understand.
I would prefer they do anyone else. I mean, like, I'll still obviously watch it. I'm not going to be mad about it.
Right.
I will understand if they're like, we can do our own Joker. I get it. Whatever.
We're going to bring in Jared Leto.
God. But I would wish they would give some other villains that haven't really gotten it.
Yeah.
Who do you think they should do? Because I'm thinking about it. There's a bunch of like really good and famous rogues gallery villains of Batmans that just have not seen.
Oh, I was gonna say
screens.
Haven't seen a movie because I was gonna say honestly, this film gave me the vibe that they could fucking kill a Scarecrow movie.
Scarecrow, yeah, but that was Batman Begins,
right?
And I mean that's the thing. We're gonna have to reuse these villains at some point.
Right.
I think a Clayface or a Killer Croc movie would be interesting. I think Clayface could be like a really interesting body horror movie if they wanted to go with that. I think. Well, same with Killer Croc, I guess. I don't know how those would look. That would be my worry.
Yeah.
Because those are two very heavy CGI characters.
You could get away with a lot of makeup for Croc.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of how they did in Suicide Squad.
I think Suicide Squad did pretty good for Killer Croc.
I think he looked pretty good.
Like visually, at least. You know, I'm not saying.
Because I think if you keep it like more humanoid, I think you can get away with it pretty easily.
Yeah, I think that's like the easy way to get away with it.
Like,
and you don't have to do like the whole big huge ass Killer Croc.
Or if they do, they would need the practical suit on set too.
Yeah, something like that.
Which whatever. But I think those two could be a really cool, interesting movie. I'm trying to think of like some of the smaller villains that I think they could just do really interestingly, like some like the D-list ones, like a Calendar Man movie. This dude's just fucking insane. It's just a movie that takes place over like a year.
I mean, shit, dude. If you do a
like
long
Halloween.
Adaptation, you could get Calendar Man in there.
Though. A lot of
had
inspiration
that vibe.
was taken.
There was inspiration. I wouldn't say it was
right, because when you said that it opens. Like the movie opens
on
Halloween.
Yeah.
That's what my mind immediately went to, and I think that's a really good comic or story.
I think a Poison Ivy movie could be really interesting.
Poison Ivy, definitely we could get another one of those.
Because wait, when's the last time we saw Poison Ivy?
Was Batman and Robin.
That's what I thought, right? It's been a while.
The only time.
It's time we could bring it back.
A Bane movie.
Bane.
Well, I know Dark Knight Begins did a Bane thing, but like, well,
I was gonna say do more of like the Luchador Bane.
Yeah,
would be fun.
Yeah, like the classic Bane.
Yeah,
and like, did he break his back in Dark Knight?
He's broken his back a
Returns
bunch.
Or whatever?
He's broken his back a bunch.
In the movie.
Oh, in the movie.
Did he actually? I know he did like the drop, but did he actually break his back?
I thought that was the whole thing. Was he broke his back? I didn't see the movie, so.
I can't
in Dark Knight
remember
Rises.
Yeah, I can't remember if he.
But after that came out, everyone was making jokes about Bane breaking Batman's back, so I'm gonna assume he did.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember,
but he's Batman, so he tanked it.
Yeah.
So he tanked.
Look, Batman can tank some stuff.
He just took that shit head on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like, I think maybe like one of the more obscure heroes, like they could do like a Maxi Zeus, or like a Prometheus, or they could do a really cool story with Azrael, and do the Order of Saint Dumas or the Court of Owls.
We haven't seen Ra's al Ghul
since the first movie.
Since like the first movie.
Yeah, a cool Ra's al Ghul movie would be really interesting.
Yeah.
And like
You could even bring like some Deathstroke in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Have him be like the side villain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for a while now, and I don't remember if I've said this on the podcast or not. And like, sadly, I don't think that the universe this movie built is going to be the one to do it, which is slightly sad. But like, I want Batman. I want fucking Batman and Robin on screen again, or I want the Bat Family. Like,
Right.
But
I feel like the
understand
problem-
That's a
gritty
different vibe.
Batmans.
Right.
I get it. I understand. But also, I almost feel like Batman shouldn't be without Robin at this point.
But well, I mean, here's the thing though. You think Pattinson's Batman would be the furthest from getting a Robin? I feel like he'd be the closest. I feel like he would be
in terms of like the modern day ones.
I don't know.
Yeah,
They-
dude. I think he would
they
be the
tried-
guy who.
Christian
I think.
Bale?
They tried to shoehorn in fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt at the end of Dark Knight Rises, where fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt is like a cop and he's helping these hostages, and then at like the end of the movie, some random lady's like, "Oh, that's a really nice name." He's like, "Thanks, my name's Robin," and then it cuts, and then we never get anything after that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna fucking
I
jump off a bridge.
I think part of the charm of Batman, and again, I understand why the movies don't do this. I'm sure it's because they're like, why the fuck would that sell a dude and like a kid? I get it. I understand. But then skip the kid. If you're that annoyed by it, I would love an actual origin Dick Grayson like Batman movie.
Right.
I would love that.
Batman
but if
and
we're
Robin.
never gonna get it,
But I think
Batman
it
and
would
Robin did
sell.
that, and he wasn't
Family.
even a kid, so it gets rid of all those issues.
well, it's true. But then if you try to do a Bat Family from that, then like he'd be fucking 40 and like.
I
That's
think,
what I'm saying,
I
like,
think
the
the
issue with
problem
that
with
would
it
be-
is that like when they did it with Batman and Robin, that movie is just so fucking off the rails and like so ridiculous that one, like you can't really take it seriously, and I think they just saw the reaction to that and they were like, we can never do this again.
I think the only way that it would ever work is like separate movies with like give like a Batman
Like
and like
tangential
yeah, like a
storylines?
Batman movie that is the origin of Dick Grayson Robin, but like solidified, like in its own little movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but then like a movie series or franchise or whatever that is about the Bat Family already being there. Like, I don't think you could ever get from that movie where Dick Grayson's origin story to a Bat Family. I don't,
Right.
because the ages just don't work in real life like they do
Right.
in the comics. That like
Right.
you could really sell it well. That I think they would have to just be separate things. But part of the charm of Batman is the family he's built for himself after the loss of his family.
Right.
All the orphans he takes in, all the like wayward children, like that is what makes Batman an interesting character. And I mean, obviously there are other things. It's not the only thing, but I think it's the strongest versions of Batman is when he has the Bat Family and has a Robin.
Right.
And I wish we could see that.
I think that would be a really good, like, smartly done television show where it's like Game of Thrones style, like hour-long episodes kind of things, very short seasons.
And it just like skips some time between seasons.
Right, and it's like a little like let's say like year time jumps or however many time jumps, right? Because if you do it like that, you have so much more time to get into it with like the dynamic and the family and like see them grow and all that jazz. And then you also have time to like learn about every single character, because if you do it in a movie, you're not going to make a 4-hour long movie. You know what I mean?
I was thinking about it in like if they could do like a couple like series of movies, which would never happen, but for audiences that don't really know like Batman mythos and stuff, right? How impactful if they did like Dick Grayson Robin movie, right? And they have like another movie with him or whatever, and then it like time jumps a bit, and then Jason Todd's introduced, and you have a movie with him and Dick and all them interaction, and then like the next movie is a Death in the Family movie.
I mean, I also
How impactful that would be.
I also do want to say that this is your specific brand. You got to remember is like you fucking love the Bat Family.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I
The
know- I
way
know.
he just sold
Yeah.
me that is like 3 parts, like 3 movies that are like essentially are just like one super long movie. It gives me like MCU vibes with like
Yeah.
Avengers and then like
I
But,
don't
like,
know.
how-
I don't know if
how-
our fans at home know that he's a big Bat Family fan. Look at his
am.
shirt. Look at his shirt.
Yeah, but like and
I don't know. Mike's selling me on this 3-part movie idea.
Oh,
I
I'm not
like-
disagreeing. I think it's a good
But
idea.
you're right. It is absolutely his brand.
It would,
But, like-
it would never happen. But how impactful would that be if we actually got a Death in the Family movie?
Yeah.
Like insane. I feel.
I'm,
But I
I'm
also-
just still saying though, like I think Pattinson's could be the one to do it. Is like the thing is he seems like the guy who would take in strays. It feels like after this movie he would take in a stray.
Yeah, I just.
You say that with such a knowing look in your eyes, like you know, like you're like, I went to the future. I know it's
read the
coming.
script.
I read the
I
fucking
broke
script.
into Matt
I
Reeves'
know
house.
what is going on. Like you, the smirk on your face.
I kicked in Matt Reeves' door and was like, "Give me the script."
I know you have it.
And then he looked at it, realized there wasn't a Robin, and then just wrote in the title.
I just
treatment, Robin next to it.
I picked like 5 random pages and I just wrote Robin over somebody else's name and
Oh,
wouldn't
so-
you know it, it works.
So you did what Dark Knight Rises did.
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
dude. Yeah, no, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
But I think it would be really cool. We'll never get it. Because like you couldn't just do a Death in the Family movie.
No,
'Cause
that
no
would
one
that
give a shit.
Nah, that would be. I think
Oh,
that
there'd
would
be no emotional attachment.
Right. You'd
would
have to
be
have movie builds up.
It would be like having Infinity War, but like as the first Avengers movie.
Right.
It would make literally.
It would be
zero
like
sense.
having the Justice League as the first Avengers movie,
Yeah.
or having Batman vs Superman to introduce the
I'm gonna
characters.
Exactly.
fucking
That's like
vomit.
because I think that's why I think it would be like you'd need the Dick Grayson origin movie.
but
You need
actually-
a movie with him when he grows up, and maybe in the movie he leaves, goes to be Nightwing. That's when Jason Todd's introduced. You get him for the second half of that movie, and then you do a Death in the Family.
But I think Collie is right. Like I think that's how they would do it.
Yeah.
They would.
They would be like, "Oh, Batman versus Superman. Let's introduce Wonder Woman. Okay, now we have the Wonder Woman movie. Now we have Justice League.
Where we will introduce
Everyone else. Oh,
Very
now we have
poorly.
Aquaman.
We'll do the Aquaman movie. We're gonna do the Flash movie in like 4 years.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe not.
What
Not
about
right
Cyborg?
By the way, can we talk about how I'm not at all excited for that Flash movie? I don't think it looks good.
I-
by
Wait,
the way,
there's gonna be
hate-
a Flash movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that his new
What?
costume is really bad.
Wait,
looking.
what's that actor? I
I
can
don't
never
know.
remember his
Ezra
name.
Miller, who
Ezra
I do
Miller.
not like.
I
I don't think he's a very good.
I'll
Barry
watch
Allen.
it when it goes on HBO Max.
Really, I think he's a good Barry Allen.
I don't think he's a bad Barry Allen.
I think he's got that like
I'm
kind
a
of
snack hole.
quirkiness.
No,
I think I was kind of
don't like it.
sold. I think I was kind of sold on the TV guy when that
Grant
movie came
Gustin?
out. Yeah,
I think Grant Gustin is a better Barry Allen.
I think he does a good Barry Allen. It's
What
just a
was I
shame that
looking up?
that show went to shit.
Yeah.
Flash movie?
Yeah.
all
just
all
the
of those
Flash.
shows kind of go to shit in
Yeah,
my
like
opinion.
all CW shows.
Yeah, I don't like most of them from the beginning. I really liked the first like 2 or 3 seasons of Flash.
I really liked
You
the beginning of
know-
Arrow just because it made. I liked the beginning of Arrow. I liked the beginning of the Flash. I liked the beginning of all the shows, and then they went off the rails at different points. I think people say that the Black Lightning show kept its shit together pretty well.
I
I
didn't
was
see
just
that
gonna
one.
say about was it just called Arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
They refused to call him the Green Arrow forever.
So
like 5
I had
seasons,
I had a
right?
friend
Yeah,
in
they
high
were like
school.
no colors and names. You're the vigilante. You're the Hood. You're Arrow. And then it was like finally 6 seasons later or whatever. I'm the Green Arrow. And it's like,
Jesus
oh
Christ.
my god, they added color. And then everyone was the Black Canary, the White Canary, the Red
Yeah.
Arrow. I was like, what?
Oh,
the
they're
fuck
all
is-
their actual character names. Anyway, but I had a friend in high school who was maybe when did Arrow come out? When we were in middle school?
No, high school.
No.
High school.
high school.
Okay, so this girl, she was like fucking obsessed with this show, and for like 2 years straight, she was badgering me to watch this show, and I was like, "Lady, I don't want to watch the show. Like, it doesn't look very good. The commercials are boring. Like, I'm not interested. I don't even like the Green Arrow like that, you know." And so finally, she like would not get off my back. So I finally was like, "All right, I'm gonna watch 5 episodes. I'm gonna give it a fair and honest chance. If I don't like it, I'm not watching it ever again." And she was like, "That's fair." I watched 5 honest episodes, did not like a single second of it. I told her I'm not watching anymore, and she was so upset with me. And I was like, "What do you want from me? You made me do this."
I liked the early seasons of them. I also really liked that in the first season of Arrow, the cops aren't idiots. Like, he gets back and they're like, and then a vigilante shows up and they're like, oh, well, clearly it's Oliver Queen. I mean, motherfucker just got back and now we have a vigilante, which I liked. And then that immediately goes away.
Wait, is this his outfit in the movie?
Let me see.
Why does it?
Find one with the mask on.
Why does it
looks
look
fine
like?
without the mask.
Wait, but why does it look like he's wearing like the mask is a hoodie?
Like
When it's off.
Oh, that's how a lot of costumes work, and like the Flash show is also that.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
is it
mask
really?
just like behind him, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what it is? Because I'm so used to like Spider-Man, where it's like
Yeah,
yeah.
no, theirs is
Separate
like attached.
piece.
It's like a rubber thing that goes down.
Yeah.
It's
I
massive.
feel like that must not feel nice.
Probably not, but yeah, I don't know. I just
Fucking rips out all your hair.
they would never do those build-ups ever. They would just make a Death in the Family movie. Like
No,
somebody-
They have no
Absolutely.
patience.
Yeah,
They have no
somebody would just
patience. It's
pitch
so
it and they'd
annoying.
be like, yeah, let's do it, and like
They'll be
nobody's
like,
gonna
"Oh,
give
that's
a shit.
iconic and recognizable. Let's
Yeah.
do that."